medium voltage experience, and all along I have been in R&D. I have filed 12 patents in the journey. So I wanted to write some more things, but then I realized it's like showing your marriage album. The guy who shows is very keen interest, but the people are not so interested. The key takeaway is I have been in 30 years for medium voltage R&D. Now my topic says how to make the old installations safe. Old is gold, not everywhere. So we have to understand what is old installation and what is IC standard. So I will try to give you a brief of that very quickly. And the whole idea is, by giving you this evolution of standards and switchgear, that with this technical information, there will be more awareness. When you are more aware, you can generate some ideas which can be helpful for safety, efficiency, economics, etc. So my job is to help you these two, and to some extent that the rest is up to you. So let's see switchgear evolution. So circuit breaker, everybody has heard the name circuit breaker, right? I am not going to ask questions. I was thinking there is a circuit breaker, I will ask questions. So quickly explain mechanical device, capable of linking, adding, and breaking current. How does it look like? So the insulated housing. This is current comes in. Then there is a switching device. Then there is a flexible because the switching device moves. Then there is a current goes out. And to operate it, there is an insulating drive rod. And then there is a housing with switch. And then there is a cranking. So you can crank it in or out. And of course, there is a mechanism. So ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing but a switch. So your normal switch that are here, they operate 2 ampere here, 5 amperes. This guy operates 1,000 ampere, 100,000 ampere, things like. So it's nothing but a very good switch. So this is called cassette type. This is called floor switch. We have cassette type switch or a floor switch. It goes into a cubic vehicle. So this is the basic production of circuit breaker. Okay? This is where the current comes in and goes out. And this is where we operate by mechanism. Now, first thing first, circuit breaker is misnomer. You don't break circuit. Never. You always interrupt this circuit. Why? Because we can't break circuit. That is basic. If you break current, it will be a very high voltage. It will destroy everything in its path. So I have to wait. The AC current, this is called current zero. So I have to wait for the current zero and stop the flow of current. That is an interruption. But if you break the current, then a very high voltage will generate. Why? Because if this is a current, this is everybody knows this is AC current. No? If there is if there are two contacts which are like this, and a current is flowing, and you separate those contacts, current continues to flow. Current does not understand that it is a physical contact has been broken. Current continues to flow. Then at current zero, at every current zero, there is a question which is asked: when I have broken these contacts, then at current zero, there will be a question asked: who is strong? There are two things. There is a fight which is happening. When I have separated the contact, there is a arc. Or the voltage stress is there. Who is winning? If stress is winning, then the current will continue. If strength has been built up, current will stop. So, in reality, this is a bit technical, but try to simplify. This is red color thing is a current, and at this moment, I have separated the contact. The moment contacts are separated, then there will be an arc. Here you can see contacts were touched, current was flowing, the moment context has been separated, there is an arc, and an arc continues. At current 0, this question is asked: whose stronger, stress is more, or the dielectric strength is more? If the dielectric strength is there, you see that the red line is flat. Why? Because the current has interrupted successfully. This is introduction of this effect. This is the basic. So at every current 0, this question is asked. How many current 0 would be there? In 1 second, 50 hertz means 50 cycles. So each cycle will have 2 times current 0. So if the strength has 1, then the current interrupts. If stress has 1, the current continues. This is the fundamental. This is the actual, the breaker which is interrupting 40,000 ampere. And data lab, this is what we do. Separate the contact and interrupt the current and voltage comes. This is current, this is voltage. Okay, that was enough. Now, code technically is gone, easy things. So how to interrupt this current? These are circuit breakers, actual circuit breakers. So this is called, air blast. This is called oil circuit breaker. This is vacuum circuit breaker. So this is a circuit of evolution. So this is air blast circuit breaker and this is the oil circuit breaker. How about the work? Let's see. Here, like I told you, any time contact separates, the blue color of the arc. So that the blue color is the arc, and the job is to make the arc longer. Why? Because the longer the arc is, the lesser will be the power and the voltage to sustain, to continue. Am I reaching you? Are you getting it? So my job is to make the arc longer in older circuit breakers. This is first technology. How do we make it long? How do you blow a candle? You make the, by blowing on the arc, you make it longer and it goes off. In the breaker, I use compressed air and blow the arc over many arc separators. These are called arc separators, arc shoots. So arc clears. So this was air circuit breaker. Oil circuit breaker. Here, there was oil, not a cooking oil, but of course insulation oil. So the current comes here, inside there is a contact, current goes out. And at these joints, when I was separating the contact, arc was happening. And oil was, quenching the arc, interrupting the current, not breaking, interrupting the current. So, little bit of technical, very minor. See, within 1 millisecond, the moment 1 millisecond, you understand this is a very small time frame. The arc develops, within 8 milliseconds, the oil regains its strength, dielectric strength, and quenches the arc. So this is how it was working. So you had this tank, and you put, current comes in. This is the moving contact, current goes out, and everything works. When you switch it off, these contacts move, and the oil comes in the contacts, they move up and down. And this is very heavy breaker. So 1,200 kilos. So this is the breakers which were very popular oil breakers. And there was these switches are mounted on the wall. Why? Because you don't have to maintain them. But these breakers had a lot of mechanism here, lot of moving parts. So you had to make, that is a fixed switch and this was a movable switch. To take it out, maintain this. So this is the cubicle. So the current, this is the bus bar, which gives current to this breaker. It comes here, it goes to current transformer, voltage transformer, to cable. It goes to the transformer and from there to your home or industry. Now, why I am talking about safety is not only because I have 30 years spent in this, but because of this incident also. This is actual pictures. This happened in Chesi, Italy. I was working there. This is oil breaker. This was from Ireland. And you can see these two poles. Okay, that one is broken. Basically, out of 3 phase, 1 pole broke because they were testing. First shot, it broke. And see what happens. He's my colleague, and you can see this door. He's very sad, but not because the breaker failed. This door, he's here just to demonstrate how, you see this door? You understand how heavy, how thick this door is? There are 2 doors where the breakers are kept. And look, after the failure, this is the door. And on this trolley I was working. I was keeping my tools. I went, and within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the breaker exploded. And it threw these 2 guys were there. This is my younger self, and this was my friend. You look, he's standing on the door. You see the size of the door, and this is the power of medium voltage breakers process. Like a paper toy with 2 things. And both were saved. He was working heavily, and I was there. So not every time then I have been delivering safety lecture, of course. So oil breakers had 2 problems. After every